Hey guys, Mick here. Thanks for checking out the video. In this lesson we're going to extend the technique on going down roll downs. In one of our earlier videos we looked at some small roll downs, and today we're going to look at one that's a little bit bigger. So essentially the technique's the same. There's not going to be a lot that we're going to be doing that's different, but it's just being applied onto a different piece of terrain. Now this particular rock is something in Canberra that a lot of people find intimidating initially, but with a little bit of practice it's actually not that hard to do. And in fact, being as how it's a rock, it's actually fairly grippy and quite stable, so it's actually quite easy to roll down. So we're just going to look at what's the best technique for doing that. So to roll down this rock, there's a couple of things that are really key. The first thing is obviously your body position. Now, an old school approach is to get your weight back on the bike. And as you'll see from the example, if you come in with your weight back on the bike, then what tends to happen is as soon as the front goes down, it starts to pull you forward. And the only way to compensate is to move your weight further and further back off the back of the bike. Now the downside of that is it means you're in a fairly unstable position going down. You've completely lost control of steering and braking with your front wheel. And as you get to the bottom, you're actually quite back on your bike, so you're not in a very balanced position. So once again, that's not ideal depending on what's coming up. And in this particular piece of trail, there's a couple of options just after the rock. One of them's a kind of a tight little drop that you really want to hit square and you want to be in a good body position. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into this forward on the bike. And the idea is that you're setting your body position before you get to the obstacle and getting into a balanced position that allows you the greatest range of movement as you go over. So for me, it's nice and low. Then as I come in over the edge of the rock, what's going to happen is my body's nice and stable and I can simply lead the bike, just let it roll down in front of me a little bit. So what that means is there is a spot here where it looks like my body's quite far back on the bike, but in actual fact what it's doing is it's more the bike running out from underneath me a little bit. I'm quite forward and stable, and you'll notice in the example here, as I come over, I can actually go down really, really slow because I've got plenty of brake control, and it's actually kind of a grippy rock. So you can actually control your speed really, really well. But as I come down, I'm staying nice and forward. As soon as I get to the edge, I can let the bike drop away from me a little bit. And then as it goes down the rock, as it starts to go down, I'm repositioning myself back over the bike so that when I get to the bottom, I'm in my ready position and ready for whatever else is going to come up on the trail. So we've got a couple of examples here. Once again, you'll notice in these examples, as I come in, my body position is quite forward, and even when I'm going fairly quickly, the body position is quite forward on the bike, and it allows me a nice control. As I come over, the bike's not moving me. Because the key to all of this is making sure that your body is stable and you're moving the bike rather than the bike pushing you around. So guys, hopefully that was really useful and gives you a bit more insight into where your body position should be as you're coming over a roll down. And give it a try. Once again, try it on something small. Get used to it on things you're really comfortable with. It might feel a little bit weird at first, but as you start to get it dialed, you'll be more and more comfortable and you can roll over bigger obstacles. So give it a go, have fun with it, and I'll see you out on the trails.